Imagine sitting at a grand royal feast, golden plates, rich wines, exotic dishes spread out before you. Laughter echoes through the halls, and the clinking of goblets fills the air. But as you take a bite, you feel a sharp pain in your chest, your hands tremble, and your vision fades. Within moments, you are dead. This was not a nightmare for many nobles and royals in history. It was real. Royal feasts were a symbol of power, wealth, and glory, but they were also deadly. Poisoning was one of the most feared methods of assassination in the courts of kings and emperors. In a world where trust was rare, every meal could be your last. One of the most infamous cases was the Banquet of poisoned wine. A French noble named Geoffroy de Charny once hosted a grand feast. His enemies slipped poison into the wine, and as the guests toasted and drank, many of them fell to the floor, clutching their throats, their faces twisted in pain. Several nobles perished that night. In Italy, the Borgia family was notorious for their deadly feasts. They were said to have used a special poison called la cantarella. It was a powder that could be mixed into food or drink. The victim would feel fine for hours, even days, before suddenly collapsing, the poison slowly destroying them from the inside. But it wasn't just about individual cases. In some courts, the fear of poison was so strong that kings hired official food tasters. These tasters would try every dish before it reached the royal table. If they lived, the food was safe. If they died, well, the king survived another day. There are stories of entire banquets turning into deadly traps. Imagine hundreds of nobles gathered in a palace, celebrating a marriage, a victory, or a royal birth. Suddenly, one by one, the guests begin to cough, their faces pale, their hands shaking. Some try to stand, but their legs give way. The sound of celebration turns into gasps and screams. The smell of roasted meat and fine wine is replaced by fear and death. In some cases, the poison wasn't in the food. It was in the plates, the cups, even the walls. Certain poisons, like arsenic, could be mixed into glazes or paints. When the food or drink touched it, the poison would leach into the meal. The victim would never suspect a thing. Many royal families kept secret antidotes, just in case. But often, it was too late. The poison would do its work before help could arrive. So the next time you see a grand banquet in a movie or a show, remember this: in history, a feast was never just a feast. It could be a carefully planned trap, a deadly game of survival, where every bite could kill. If you like this dose of bizarre facts, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me the strangest thing you've ever learned in history. Who knows, it might end up in the next episode.